Hi everyone, welcome to On the Floor with Lilia Soares. I'm your host, Lilia Soares. That is so sick. That is so freaking cool. Alright. Basically today I just feel like it's just gonna be like an introduction about me, about my life, about like my podcast, what I want my podcast to be like, mini-series, but I don't know, I think it's more so a podcast, but still it's just that sense of imposter syndrome, really, like that whole sense of like, oh, everybody has a podcast these days, blah blah blah. But I think there's something that all of us can feel free to share with the world, something that we all like, I want to say like have in common, but also need to put out there. And one person's success doesn't take away from your success, you know what I mean? Like all of these things are all possibilities to be able to be such like big amazing things. Like can you imagine like so many podcasts I would love to be on? Like I would love to like go on just so many podcasts, but I'm like, I don't want to give any free promo though. Unless you want to put me on, then I can tell you what kind of podcast I want, but I'm not gonna tell you which podcast, because everybody should listen to mine right now. Help me get on up there, and then it'll be like cute little collaborations with some of your other favorite podcast people. But right now, we're listening to me. Okay, we're listening to me. I think half the reason too that I've been like putting this off is because, hold on, my legs get really numb after having my child and stuff. And see, this is why sometimes I really enjoy YouTube and just like free thinking, free talking and all that stuff, because I feel less inclined to edit my video for this. Whereas, you know, like on TikTok, like you have to edit that to be like, you have to get into people's brains in like 5 seconds flat. But now it's kind of weird because I think now they're trying to do the opposite, and I've seen TikTok really starting to push up people's videos. I digress. But as I was saying, my leg goes numb ever since I had my child. Love him so much, but yeah, if you have the epidural, or no. Actually, maybe we can get a class action lawsuit. I'm just kidding. I took like a couple law classes once upon a time. But anyway though, yeah, my epidural makes it really hard to like sit on the floor. But then like ironically, like I want to make my podcast like on the floor with Lilia Soares, but I just think it's cute. I just think it's a cute little thing. I've had this idea for a while. I've had an idea for a certain segment too. I was gonna almost call it on the phone, and I would want to like call my friends and family and stuff and everything, which, you know, obviously I still could, and I could do like a segment or something that day, but personally I just think like it's a lot more fun to do on the floor. Plus it rhymes with my last name, but that's actually not entirely how you pronounce my last name, because I am Portuguese. So you could also say Lilia Soares. I don't really do like the R roll there on like Soares, I don't know, but that's just also kind of how I grew up, so I love it so much. Portuguese was actually like my first language, I guess. It's so weird because as I'm like talking, I can like hear myself wanting to talk in Portuguese. So I'm sure there'll probably be some episodes like that too, where like maybe I'm just like talking with someone. Oh, that'd be so fun actually to like talk to somebody in Portuguese, like either. No, I'm manifesting it right now. You guys will know, but I'm manifesting it right now. Oh my god, that'd be so sick. But I see this as like such a brand new opportunity for me. Like I think it'll be so easy to like, I don't know, just actually put effort into this certain project. Because let me tell you, like I've done YouTube before, like this first episode might be on my YouTube channel, and I think down the line I will probably make a specific YouTube for On the Floor. Sorry, I was just thinking about how last night too I was imagining this podcast, and I was like, that'd be actually so funny to get J-Lo on this podcast with On the Floor herself. Damn, I am gonna have to edit this a little bit. Damn, what was I even like saying? I see the crumbs from my but yeah, come on, you got this. Dude, that's so annoying. I feel like I just need something to talk about, but there's so many things that I could talk about. Like there's just so much that I really want to sit down and actually say. Like, I can say so many things about motherhood, I can say so many things about astrologies for fun, I can say so much about like life in general. I just think I've had so many experiences. First off, I'm Scorpio, so you know we're always like changing and rebirth and changing and changing and changing and changing. That's why I think sometimes I hate changes so much, but I also don't really mind it at the same exact time, because it's just like from one thing to the next. But it's just the fact that like things are constantly always changing. Like even when I was younger, I like moved schools a lot, so I think that's why I have like trouble making friends. Why is this turning into a therapy session? But no, I just think it'd be really fun to actually sit and talk with people. I'd love to maybe introduce some people in my city before everything like really takes off. I would love to obviously like interview like celebrities, I guess, but like I don't know, celebrities really don't intimidate me. Like, I'm not trying to sound different here, but it's like they just don't. I've met a couple celebrities and they're literally just normal people, you know what I mean? Like, not like super like A-list ones, but like I've met a couple of like people like after concerts and shows like that, you know what I mean? And genuinely it's just like, I don't know. But that's why I think too, why like, I don't want to say deserve to be successful, but we all deserve the things that we want, right? Like we all deserve to have such a good life and like to do all these things. Like it's just, so if you're a celeb and you want to come on, take on the challenge. Just kidding. Oh, I have a band-aid here because I have shingles. So that's what I do, is take care of my shingles. Which, if you don't talk about it, shingles technically is herpes. So I guess you can also say that I have herpes, but it's like I don't feel like getting into it. But it's just, I think as a society we all need to like really destigmatize a lot of certain like STDs and things like that, and really bump up some other ones, because there's some ones that are like, why would you do that? And then there's some that are just like you shouldn't be at fault for not knowing, you know what I mean? Plus it's on my leg, which is like fucking weird, first off. Either which way, that's what I think. But I was gonna say that I could work on painting while I'm doing this. That's called habit stacking, actually. If you read Atomic Habits by, I think his name is Robert Clear, but my brain wanted to say Jack Frost. I swear on everything, if that's actually his name, I would be so like happy with myself. I have a painting idea for this, but my son like kind of drew on it, and like low-key it looks pretty sick. Actually, you know what? Yeah, whatever. Let's just paint on top of this one. I think that's my problem, is I end up being far too critical about my paintings. I end up being far too critical about myself. And it's just maybe part of the fact of why it's taken me so long to start up this podcast. Because like here I am getting a little bit too aware, and I'm like fixing my shirt and everything, right? But it's like at the end of the day, it's like that really genuinely shouldn't matter. Because first off, unless you're going to watch the YouTube version of this, which is going to be where it's going to be first, when you're listening, you don't see what I look like, right? So it's like, like why should that matter? Why should that matter? But genuinely, like we do unfortunately kind of hype up when somebody's a bit better looking, and we do like give so much praise when somebody who has gone through transformation is better looking. And that's not a good thing, but it's something that we are all subconsciously like doing. One of these paintings that I made a long time ago, I really love this painting so much. I kind of want to open a clothing brand with this, Lucky Day. I think the other hard thing about having a podcast is I need to at least have things to say, and there's things to talk about, but I don't know, I think I'm doing a decent job so far of talking. I genuinely feel really proud of myself for even just starting this, and for putting this video up there, and for actually taking the time to like sit down and do this, because ironically enough, I mean, I would love to like chat with her one-on-one someday, but me doing this podcast is inspired because of Emma Chamberlain's YouTube video on, no, not YouTube video, her podcast on procrastination. And it just got me thinking, and I was getting ready for the day and stuff, and it just got me thinking, and I was like, why am I taking so long to like at least start it. And I've had this problem before on YouTube where I would always see, I don't think I like acrylic paints. I don't know, maybe I need to start using oil or something. But I don't paint that often to justify buying oil paint when I could just like go over these. But I have to give myself a lot of credit, okay? You know, there's always room to start whatever it is that you want to do. And if you're doing something and it's not what you love and it's not what you enjoy doing, it's okay to pivot. And it's okay to eventually go back to it and realize that you did actually love it a lot. Sometimes we just have to like do other things in the meantime. Because first off, if you're doing the same exact thing over and over and over, you would get bored of it so quickly. Unless that is something that you like dedicate your life to, you get bored of it so quickly. But then even still, like, think about Olympians and things like that, right? Like they train their whole entire first half of their life, right, to being an Olympian, and just doing all these crazy amazing things and like doing that since they were a kid. And some of it I'm sure maybe was forced upon them. Some of it I probably believe was just them truly loving it. You know, I'm sure that at the end of the day, some of those Olympians, like, once they retire and once they get the gold and once they do what they need to, they probably have like a little bit of like a crash where they're just like, okay, what's the point now? Whereas when you get the opportunity during your childhood or just during whatever really, being able to pivot and try to do other things in the meantime and just figure out what you really enjoy doing, you kind of end up picking up small little skills for each one, so that even if you're not doing it in the time being, like if you're not consistently, like for instance painting, if you're not consistently like writing or like drawing or playing an instrument or like playing a sport, things like that, each time you do though, you get at least 1% better from the last time that you were. So in turn, you end up being amazing at so many things, which can almost be a blessing in a way. I mean, you know, it can be a blessing in a way. Instead of saying like it's a blessing or a curse, like you should just, you know, instead view it as a blessing, which is totally fine. But no, it's just great to be able to do what I'm saying I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm somebody who was completely all talk, or I was somebody who was completely all talk, because now I need to bring action. And what's so funny, oh my god, I just realized, I don't know if I should say this, if I should just like say it or save it for my therapist, but at times I feel like I've always been like, oh my gosh, people in these relationships are not giving me like anything. Like they say they're gonna do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 but they never do it. And then here I am doing the same exact damn thing. Okay, so you guys could have told me I at least look like that. Like I look all like hunchback. I can't help it. Like, I don't know. It hurts my back. Okay? I know it looks like I got a big back, but I got a big booty. Alright? So it's like hard. Like the placement of my butt is like my hips hinge like my butt out more. Like it's like I got real bad lower back problems. I'm just wanting to do so many things, and it's like instead of never doing any of them, I should just start somewhere with at least one. Can you guys even see what I'm painting? Not really. I wanted to do this kind of thing with like smiley faces and stuff and checkerboards, but now I'm just kind of putting yellow circles everywhere. Might be the Bob Ross of podcast painting. That's so funny. I'm just in gym clothes because I'm supposed to go to the gym later. I definitely could have gone at any point, but I wanted to, I don't know, I had like a pretty, not rough morning, but I'm here doing this. So that's, you know, it's fine with me. I'm off my phone for a little bit, I'm painting. Looking at my back does hurt a lot though. I don't know how, like, I'm not really gonna make this on the phone with Lilia Soares, but like, I think so, because I just think it's a cute little antic. I think we're going to relax for right now. I wish that I had a couch. So badly, I wish that I had a couch. But I know that I'll have one. I know I'll get one eventually. But then is it like, is it still on the floor? Like, but you know something, I do kind of enjoy sitting on the floor sometimes. Like I love little just like floor seats. I love sitting like with like my back against the wall, like all like pumped up and stuff. Like I don't know, I just think being like lower to the ground is just like, I don't know, I enjoy it. Who cares, you know? Everybody can sit on the floor every now and then. Don't just all sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce, and just ground yourself. I guess another reason I procrastinated it all for so long is because like I definitely 100% am fearful of success. And I was watching somebody else's YouTube video. If I remember and I can find it, I will definitely link that in the page, because she had talked about like the book The Artist's Way, and she kind of talked about like her take on it and stuff, and she was saying how during some of the questionnaires, like she related to some of the questionnaires, and one of them was that, do you have a fear of like death and stuff should you have success? And she had mentioned in the video how she does, and then I listened back to the video and I was like, oh my goodness, like I feel like I fear that. But no, I love this so much. I love this for me. I love this step in my life. I love like all the opportunities that this will get me, because I know that it will get me opportunities, because like it's not even I don't want to say like a habit anymore, or no, it's not like a fun hobby anymore or something, because this time like I'm going to take it serious. Like whether or not people genuinely like listen first off is fine with me, because this is like, I feel ready to kind of just like take it serious and just like take time out of my day to sit here and speak in front of a camera and just talk. And I mean, I would love to get my microphone set up too, so that I can just like be here and just like sit back and just like relax and talk into the microphone and just chit chat with everybody, because I know that I'm worth it and I know that I can do it. So who's to tell me that I can't do it? Like I know that I can, so I'm easily going to. And it's just like it's just proof that genuinely we just have to go for whatever we want. I think I take a little bit of inspiration from Russ as well. I don't really listen to his music too much. I've heard of a few, you know, I think everybody's heard a few Russ songs, but I wouldn't say I'm a big, huge, like, yeah, like diehard fan for him. But I can respect like his come up and everything, right? Because I don't know if this is actually fact or not, but I feel like I saw a video one time where he was saying how for a while he had a bunch of music just like lined up and in the vault. And personally, I love music. Like I would love to make my own music and songs. I write songs almost every single day. I get inspiration to write some sort of hook or verse or anything like every single day. I would just love to have like my songs out there at some point, you know what I mean? But it's just that I just get very frustrated dealing with the logistics of the I was gonna say baseboard, but like bassboard, I don't know, but whatever the freak a producer, like a mixer, know that there was that many people behind the scenes on a song. Like I just thought, I don't know, but it's just like so insane like what actually goes into it. But whereas like I enjoy writing it and I enjoy singing it and I know how I would love my songs to sound like, it's just that I struggle really hard with like actually finding the right beat, finding things. Like I can't deal with a lot of like repetition, like repetitive noises, so it just really stresses me out. But I would love to be able to get together with somebody someday who knows what they're doing and knows what I would enjoy and wants to help make my song dreams come true. But right now, this is what I can do to get myself out there, and kind of just how, you know, wherever you are on like the Bobby Althoff train right now, you can't deny that, one, first off, I don't know how people weren't aware of her, because I don't know about you, maybe it's because I'm a mother myself, but I feel like she used to have at least like 1 million followers for a very, very long time, or at least close to it. I don't know for sure, because I would see her videos all over TikTok every so often, and I gotta admit, Bobby, I'm so sorry. It kind of like just rubbed me the wrong way for a little bit, and I can't really say to you why. I don't know, and that's a judgment that I'm so sorry for, and I apologize deeply. But no, I think she's absolutely so hilarious. I think in a way I'm emulating that as well, because this is not my normal personality. Like, I am such a shy, quiet, reserved. Maybe I shouldn't say that though. Like, if I really want to change, then it's like I'm no longer shy, I'm no longer quiet. It's just all things that like you have to become. And I don't know what I was saying. What was I trying to get at here? Just that her podcast like is doing really well. Okay, genuinely though, I don't really know if I have much more to say, because I have a little bit of other things to do today, and I would love to get this at least just posted and up, and maybe clip some little clips here and there so I can post them on TikTok and try to get those videos going. Anybody can reach out to me at any point to be on this podcast. I would love to get people for this podcast, and we can all just hang out with each other on the floor. Maybe we can all paint together. Maybe we can share like a nice little meal together. Just like small little things. So just like do on the floor, just talk and bring up questions. And I think I will try to think of little snippets of what to say. I think I'm probably gonna cut all this out from when I started talking. But as always, that's all for right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on the floor with your host, Lilia Soares. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye. Okay, I just wanted to say really quick that I think I forgot to like kind of preface, but this was definitely just like a first rough draft, like a first week, an introduction to me, an introduction to myself, an introduction to what I want this all to kind of be like. I think by definitely next week I will actually have an idea planned out and maybe like a few topics written down just to kind of guide me throughout talking, things like that. But this was really just like a hi guys, like this is me, put myself out there kind of thing. But yeah, if you really are enjoying it so far, then definitely stick around, and I'll be so excited to share this journey with all of us, really. So thank you. Bye.